Howdy everyone, welcome along to week 3 of At Odds with Junior, Fletch and Hammer. I'm Russell Barwick and these are the stars of the show, and the stars this week in the world of sport, Mark Waugh and Brian Fletcher particularly. Rugby league, finally on the field.
I was going to wear my Bulldogs jumper in today, but I haven't yet. Can we win the first game and can we win the comp?
No and no.
All right,
anyway,
okay.
moving right along. Shane Hill, Game 3 of the NBL Finals.
One each.
Excited?
And very excited about it. Hoping that Melbourne United cause an upset over there in Perth.
You hate Perth, don't you?
I give it to them. The Red Army. They annoy me.
Why do you hate Perth?
Oh, just the way they are, their mentality. They think everyone's against
Like
them.
we don't go to Perth, luckily.
Yeah. We're not on Perth. No, exactly.
They'll
And
get
Brian Fletcher,
Yes,
finally something to look forward to for
Yes,
the football.
the Friday night Chooks versus the Bunnies. Brian Fletcher Cup, obviously. But at the Creek Ground, there may not be a ground.
Well, it's in a bit
Been dug up.
of strife at the moment.
Exactly.
Big show coming up. We may not be big in length, but we are huge on performance. So looking forward to a big one. At least some of us are.
What are you looking at me for?
Length and performance.
Your performance.
Length.
Oh, yeah,
amazing.
Sorry.
Last week.
Thought you were
Small
going somewhere
one.
else.
Yes, that's what we're going to get to very, very shortly with all the winners and the previews coming up. We talk about winners and previews. We have to go straight to Brian Fletcher, who gets the brand new award, the Lucky Punt of the Week, which is
Thank
a
you.
trophy that we've gone out
Superstitious,
and
mate.
purchased.
Can't touch it.
You can't touch it, superstition. We'll talk superstition.
Thank you very much,
shortly.
guys.
As you look at the leaderboard, every week we have our slam dunks and our Hail Marys. And last week, Brian's Hail Mary was a horse called Prophet's Thumb.
The thumb.
Early in the day at Randwick, $21. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's saluted, and Brian's tally is $1,260.
How did you pick that, Fletch?
Mate, just do the form. Just do the form. First up. Can I
Unbelievable.
interrupt?
Yeah,
Catherine Jones, Northbridge SC.
don't tell her.
Under 12s.
I nicked it. I'm sorry,
is
Catherine. She's a friend of a friend.
2006, she'll be old now.
Well, she still won it, and now it's being put to good use. Junior, $175 up, despite losing last week.
Sprite ran second, which
Bit
wasn't
unlucky.
far away, yep.
And the Hammer,
Stiff hammer.
one of the greatest stories of all time. Take us through it.
Not happy. 7-leg multi in the NBA. First 6 legs home. All winning by double figures. $1.18.
And?
Philly. And we get a text message from Unibet Pete. Just the Moz. We're home. Hammer, you're home. It's a 15. I was never a chance. They're still up a point with 4 seconds to go.
What was the response, because we're all on a group text, what was the general response to that text?
Was this? Rookie
You
Pete.
idiot.
You imbecile. We've all got a mate like that just crows early.
crow.
It's like it was never going to win after
Forget
that.
about the bloke at the bottom, he'll come good shortly. But superstitions, mine is that. The early crow. You stand next to someone and you go, what do you want? And
Oh,
you
it's
say, I'm on the
home.
4, and you go, you're home.
You just want to...
Oh, you just want to punch them.
Yeah, you do.
And you walk
They never win.
You walk away.
Have you seen an early crow ever win?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
What about you, Brian? Any superstitions?
No, not personally, playing wise, but Mark Carroll. He wasn't allowed to have his jumper on until the 2-minute warning bell. If you see Mark Carroll getting angry with a gear steward, it's probably one of the funniest things you'll ever see.
Okay, we've got that to look forward to, I suppose, if Mark Carroll ever comes on this show. But coming up very, very shortly, we are going to go right around the world of sport. And don't forget, all of our Hail Marys and Slam Dunks are available on the website, unibet.com.au. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's At Odds, all thanks to unibet.com.au. Now, don't forget all of the Unibet specials on site, on the website that is, and we fatten up the odds, so look for those later in the show. Around the grounds time, what's happening in the world of sport, first and foremost? Jack de Belin, still making headlines. He's pulled his injunction claim at court, and the NRL have raced through the laws into the game. Yep. But what's your own personal opinion?
I think it's probably the right call. I think he goes back into court next month. I mean, whatever goes on there, goes on there. But I think for football-wise, it's probably a blessing in disguise because his head cannot be in the game. So,
what about his teammates?
Well, I mean, the cameras would be there all the time, every training session. So to have him away from training especially is going to help the team.
Now, is it a blessing in disguise they play the Cowboys? They're $2.02 to beat the Cowboys at home, who stunk it up last year without Thurston, and they haven't got him this year. Are they a team that you don't touch for the first couple of weeks as a punter?
Well, I reckon the first couple of weeks generally are hard because you've got a lot of teams with new players, new coaches, so you can't be confident that the teams will gel, but yeah, it's a tricky one. Yeah,
Well,
you've got to have a bet though.
The last time we had Michael Morgan at halfback, they got to the grand final. Remember how we went on that run? So I think, not having Jonathan Thurston there, it's a.
Well, let's be honest, he was.
He
way
was
below his
busted,
best
but
last
when
season.
Michael Morgan was at 7, he was brilliant.
So round one, I mean, everyone's written off the Warriors. The Bulldogs play the Warriors, but
Good game, though.
it would be a good game, except that you don't know what you're going to get with either of those teams. You've got the Storm and the Broncos, who you know what you're going to get with, and the Roosters and the Rabbitohs. You're probably fairly comfortable that Bennett's going to have them up and running. Aside from that, is there anything that takes your fancy?
Well, I mean, we'll see it later, but I actually like the Knights. I think they're going to be the real smoky this year. They've got a game against Cronulla, who is their bogey team, so that's an interesting matchup. But I think the Knights...
Penrith have had their problems as well. Manly have had their problems. The new coaches left, right and centre.
I think Penrith can give it to Parramatta. I watched Parramatta play in a trial game, and
Have they got anybody?
An understrength South Sydney side. They were dreadful.
Yeah.
So Penrith for me.
So of the games that are the big games, Storm $1.64, Broncos $2.30. You have to back the Storm.
You don't have to. I don't think so. I don't think so, mate. I know that Storm haven't lost since 2001. I think they've won 17 in 17 years. But no Billy Slater, huge loss. Not only for his attacking. 18, it's 2001? 18 years?
17. But anyway, keep going.
17 years, sorry. No Billy Slater. I know what he can do on that right edge with his attack, but it's his defence. When he gets behind that line, tell him plugging holes.
They're
huge
the
loss.
value in the first round.
$2.50, $2.40, pistol.
Well, do you take
Where's
the
Pete?
$2.35 Brisbane? The Bunnies with Wayne Bennett, I should say.
No. Roosters.
Oh no.
So I go back
Too
to
good, the
Melbourne,
Roosters.
1 to 12 Melbourne. They're always in it. They just give yourself.
Yeah.
But you got
They
17 in a row. You're going to go for 18. I'm with you. I
Great
think that's
odds,
lock of the
isn't it?
week.
We'll see you next Wednesday. See who'll have
like
this.
the Bronx.
You don't get this. You don't get this for nothing.
Fletch just talks, we don't say anything.
The All-Star Mile is an interesting concept. Basically, it was a popular vote, and then Racing Victoria came in and picked 4 others that they thought would fatten up the race. Did they get it the wrong way around? Should it be 4 by popular and 12 selected? Should they make it a select field, not just a Richie Ditch one?
Interesting concept, Ross. I see that the major issue with horses being voted by the public is you're getting horses in there, low-rated horses like 75 rated horses, 80 rated horses. Now, if they happen to get in the way of the good horses down the home straight, you're going to be pretty dirty. So I think there should be a minimum benchmark rating on a horse. I reckon it should be 100 and above to get in the
I
race.
think if you're going to have an All-Star Mile, then the people organising it should be voting on the stars. It shouldn't just be... or they put out 20
a field,
teams,
put out a field,
and you pick which one.
Yeah.
What
Well,
happens
in
in
any
the
sport,
MVP.
there's a wild card or opportunities for others to come in from the punters, right? But it's got to be 80% picked by the
There's
experts.
about 8 horses at 150 to 1 in that race.
Did you ever get picked for the All-Star weekend?
In the NBA?
In the NBA?
Well, what, to do the waters?
No, come on.
No, I
Don't
was
be
so far
modest.
from it. They
Great
did put me up for the
segue
three-point
into
shootout.
basketball for our man in the middle. 1-1 going across to Perth. We've already established he hates Perth. I'm sorry, Perth people. And
I love
WA
Perth.
No, I don't.
His
I
views are not those of the... We love
I hope
Perth.
you don't have to commentate
I have
over
to
there.
clarify that.
Little
I don't
creatures?
hate Perth at all. I actually respect Perth. It's been a great club. It's their fans that annoy me.
Oh, okay.
What's that noise?
So you
What's
hate
that noise?
Perth people.
You ever
No,
go
it's
commentate
their
over there?
fans.
You will get
Yeah, I
extra,
love
don't you?
walking in there. I have my chest out, no problem whatsoever. They are the most insecure bunch you'll ever meet.
Who's going to win?
No, we love him.
Seriously,
Well,
I know you.
he's not going
you
to say
want-
Perth
I'm,
now,
no,
surely.
I still really believe that Melbourne will win it. 33 of the last 35 games in the grand final have been won by home teams. But I think Melbourne are going to step up. They've got the confidence. They won game 2 by 18 in Melbourne. Friday night they're going to get
They had a
it.
crack in game 1, but then Perth just sort of eked away and just looked like they were in
It
control.
was an 18-2 run in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter
Yeah.
that blew the game open. Foul trouble for Mitch
I was going to say
McCarron.
that, but I
Yep.
left it open.
Well,
for
you
you.
left- you
Well,
opened it
why
up.
is there such a big home court advantage in basketball? Because the dimensions of the field are the same. There's no wind. Why is it such a big thing being at home?
I think, well,
people.
travel come into it, 5 hours travel and all the
Fans.
rest of it. But I think the fans put so much pressure on the referees, so many
Yeah.
more calls for the local team.
And
Right
March Madness, we sort of get a little bit of the madness, but how mad is March Madness, which is the college basketball month of mayhem?
Yeah, I'm more an NBA guy than I am a college guy. But when it gets to March Madness and you see these massive crowds, it's such a big thing for these schools. Huge crowds to be, and it's knockout. So 64 teams, you lose, you're out. all the way to the final.
ESPN, I used to work for them, they would get the president of the USA to do his predictions on a March Madness ladder. It was insane that the president would spend an hour and a half doing his predictions. But anyway,
Not
that's
this
all
president. Not this president.
No, Donald Trump, I don't think he will.
On the golf course, don't you?
The Australian Grand Prix is happening this weekend in Melbourne at a cost of $1 billion to the state government and the taxpayers of Victoria. But having said that, speaking of money, Daniel Ricciardo, of course, has dumped Red Bull for a very, very slow Renault.
Yeah.
Well, no
Not
one's always
ideal.
smiling. You know he's always smiling. Now we know.
Getting paid a lot to drive a slow car, but you want to win, don't you?
Well, would you guys ever take the money and pay for a slower team or a
Or ask
worse
Fletch.
team?
I did.
How'd that go for you?
We got 2 wooden spoons in a row while my former team got 2 grand finals. So I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
No pressure. No pressure.
No, there's a lot of pressure. I was captain. 2 wooden spoons though. Didn't end well.
So that wraps up our little look at the world of sport. Plenty to look forward to this weekend in racing and rugby league, of course, high on the list. If you're keen to get involved, don't forget, go to the website, unibet.com.au. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's At Odds with Junior, Fletch and Hammer. All of the odds available on our website, unibet.com.au. This is Shot Clock. They get a heap of topics. They decide whether they want to take the odds or not. First up, Mystic Journey, the All-Star Mile. Favourite at $5 or there or thereabouts.
I'm
Yay or
laying
nay?
that. I'm going the Blue Army. Elise to win that.
Backing that.
Late.
Okay, Melbourne Storm, 1-12 over the Broncos, and that's $3. Yay or nay?
I'm already on.
I'm laying.
That's a lay. I'm with the Bronx there.
No Billy
All
Slater.
over that one. Roosters to score first try against the Bunnies.
Morals.
Back that, Latrell Mitchell.
And second, third and fourth as well. In the soccer, Manchester Derby or Mariners v Newcastle? What are you watching? It's not really a back or lay. I think it's a pretty easy one.
Can we watch both?
Could maybe do a multi. Lewis Hamilton to win the F1 in Australia.
Yeah, back him.
No way.
Come on, Dan Ricciardo. The Warriors and the Rockets. Who wins this one?
Oh, I think the Warriors will bounce back.
So,
I'm
are we backing the Warriors?
Yep.
Backing him.
We're taking
Yeah,
the
no, I'm
advice
gonna lay 'em.
of
Lay 'em.
Shane
Lay
Hill.
'em.
Tars to beat the Brumbies with 2.5
Yes.
starts
Back
head to
them,
head.
back them.
$1.70 if you want to
Back
take
'em.
those odds. And Nick from Married at First Sight to get a start on Survivor. I mean, he survived Sorrel and Ivan the Mad Brother. So 50
back
days on an island.
Easy. Back him.
I can't believe you guys actually watched this.
It's the greatest show ever.
You're
Bar
kidding.
this one.
Come on, Hammer. You
I'm
record it,
laying all
mate.
of
You
it.
record it.
Do you know Cyril? Have you seen Cyril?
No.
Oh, God.
Well, pens at the ready because now it's time for the experts to show why they are called experts and tip us a winner or two with the Hail Mary of the week and also the Slam Dunk. And as is the way, it's the winners who tee off first.
Oh, that's me. That'd be me.
That'd
Yeah.
be
Write this
you.
down.
$200.
Write this
All right,
down.
ready. You ready?
The Hail Mary, Brian.
Hail Mary. Okay, I'm going Broncos, Roosters, Cowboys, multi, all 1-12.
All 1-12. Broncos,
I think-
Roosters, Cowboys.
Cowboys, all 1-12. I think you get about 30 to 1.
Well, those
that all?
odds are fattened up on the website, so look for that. Brian Fletcher under his name, Shane Hill.
I'm going NRL as well. I'm going Newcastle, Roosters, Warriors, and Penrith. 4-leg multi.
That's
Jump
funny.
on.
That's
Just
funny.
head to head.
Yeah, just
Are
head
you
to
even
head.
trying?
Yep.
Are you even trying?
You won't even like the Warriors
coming
going
after
against your Bulldogs. Shut up, you two. What about you?
I'm going NRL multi as well. I'm going the Knights, the Chooks, the Panthers, and the Gold Coast.
Okay, most of you are confused by now as you're writing this down, but as I say, they're all on the website. Mine is a 13+ multi as well. Roosters, Cowboys, and Penrith. It's a long shot, but you do realise I'm 300 in the hole, so I have to try and get out of it some way. The Slam Dunk is the lock of the week. The Winks, God bless her, she's back next week, and the George Ryder. The Winks of the week, where are you going with your hard-earned
Well-
$100 of Unibet's money?
I must be mad. I'm going to the hardest race in Australia to pick a winner, the Coolmore Classic on Saturday at Rosehill. I'm going with I Am Serious, Chris Waller trained horse is my
Okay.
slam dunk.
There's only 20 in that race, so good luck with that one. Shane
Well,
Hill.
normally the slam dunk isn't a 6-team multi in the NBA, but I'm going with it. So check
Why
out
don't you
all
go
the teams. I
5,
won't
then
go
you'll get it.
Nah, 6 we got it. As long as the crowing doesn't happen, we're
Do
good.
us a favour, don't tell Unibet Pete.
Okay.
And we'll just keep it between ourselves. And Brian Fletcher.
Yeah, Rosehill Race 3 trekking. And my man, Kieran McAvoy, on board. Get on now.
Well, I'm also going racing. There's a horse called Pahudakawa. Probably races Friday at Kembla. Won't be flash odds, but if it does not race there, it'll race Saturday in the Coolmore against Junior, and it'll be about 11 or 12 bucks in that one. So Pahudakawa, wherever she goes,
That's
she
your slam
wins.
dunk?
That's my slam dunk.
Wow, clutching.
I am not clutching. I am on fire. Time to wrap things up on At Odds, all thanks to unibet.com.au and just on Unibet, proud sponsors of the Roosters, Brian Fletcher's Roosters,
There it is,
of course.
up there.
$10 for any Roosters winger to score a try in any game throughout season 2019, and $2 even money to win their opening
Kerry
game
Bosted?
Beyond that.
against the Bunnies on this weekend.
Friday night,
Shut
yes.
up, idiot.
Jump on that.
What are you most looking forward to, gentlemen?
Group racing on Saturday Road, so we're going out there. We've got a few runners, the Kinmore stable, so hopefully we can jag a winner.
Shane?
Casper Ware dropping 5 trifectas on Friday night against the Perth Wildcats. It will be at 10:35 at night because it's over
That's
in
not
Perth.
5 trifectas at the Gloucester Park Trots, though, is it?
No. 5
plus.
threes.
Right.
Big
5
threes.
Big
Whack.
trays. And Brian?
I'm looking forward to UFC London. Our man, big shout out, loves the show, Gunnar Nelson. He's fighting the Liverpool larrikin, Leon Edwards, in a submission. He's the grouse at that. Just
I'm
get
looking
out
forward to that as well. We'll see you next week for more At Odds with Junior, Fletch and Hammer.